Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. So today I'm going to be doing a foundation routine. Now this is my foundation routine and it's not something that I've been doing for a long time, but this is how I apply my makeup right now. So what I like to do is I'm going to start off first with my eye cream. Now this is the ROC Retinol Correction Eye Cream. So the way that I apply this is tapping motions under the eyes. So I probably look so freaking scary right now just doing these like. Now I'm going to apply my moisturizer. This is the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Skin Moisturizer. Now this does have an SPF of 30. You want to tap it in so that it absorbs faster and it doesn't just sit on top of your skin. Now once you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and let this dry. Now that my moisturizer has dried or absorbed into my skin, I'm going to start with adding primer. Now the primer that I'm going to use today, I'm going to use two primers, but the first one that I'm going to apply is the Faced HangoveRx Replenishing Face Primer. This is infused with coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin revivers, and it's also silicone free. So that's how much I'm going to use. I like to really make sure that the primer does cover my entire face. And that's that. Then I'm going to go ahead and use this Smashbox Primer Water. I like to shake this, and let's just go ahead and spray. The first thing that I like to do is my eyes. So I couldn't find the eye primer that I wanted, so I'm just going to use this MICA Beauty Cosmetics, and this is an eye primer. It doesn't say the color, but it just says eye primer. So we're just going to use this, and I'm going to use a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Alright, so you're going to want to just apply some to your eyelid. It's not too much because we're not going to do anything crazy today. We're just going to put a little bit of eyelid color, crease color, and eyeliner. That's it. And now my eyelids are ready. Now you're going to want to set it, of course. So what I like to do is just set it with a setting powder. The one that I like to use is the Rimmel Stay Matte Setting Powder, and the color is just transparent. So swirl the brush around and just tap it and then swipe. There it is. So now your eyes are prepped for shadow, eyeliner, etc., etc. I don't know if I want to even do an eyeliner. What do you think? For the sake of this video, why not? So I'm going to do this one first. The one that I like to use is the NYC Liquid Eyeliner. I know a lot of people that are afraid to use this because the brush can be very intimidating, and I am not a pro at applying my eyeliner. So when I did see the brush on this, I was very scared. But you know what they say, eyeliner can feel your fear, so just do it. I'm gonna try to do a tiny wing, just enough to give my eye a little bit of a cat eye, and that doesn't want to open, see? And here we go. As you can see, it is very thin and it's very flimsy, so that's why like it can be very scary to apply this. So here we go. Good luck to me. And there we go. I would honestly just leave it like this, but we can't do that, so why is it drying up so fast? Is it because it's old or something? This is the hard part. This is, well, not the hard part, but this is the part that will make it or break it. And look, it already transferred. No. There we go. You just gotta fill this in. How is that? I can't really tell. You know, like when you look straight ahead, it looks fine, but when you look down, it looks like a freaking, I don't know, like a disaster. No. Whatever, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. When you say you won't mess with it, but you still do. One eye down, another to go. I just want to let this dry a little bit. Ooh, I kind of like that. So sharp. And now I'm pretty sure the other eye is not going to come out like that. So give me a break. Let me just breathe. Already. No. Please let it come out as beautiful as this one. I mean, whatever. Ah. There we go. Vegetables. I mean, okay. It's there somewhere. How does that look? See, this one looks kind of like swervy. That's why I don't like to fix stuff. That's exactly why. Because it doesn't fucking fix. It gets worse. I think I know what to do. Here we go again, trying to mess with the liner. Okay, you know what? That's the best that it's going to get. So that's just what it's gonna have to be. I mean, the wing is not so pointy, so I'm gonna like delete it, and then just make it pointy. What am I doing? Okay. I took it off completely. See, we make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes we just suck. I'm gonna attempt this one more time and I hope it really does work because I want to slay this look. Just saying. Where's my eyeliner? Where's the devil? Come on, Merely, you can do this. There we go. That's his old. This is all that's going to be done with the eyeliner. I got to wipe this bottom part. Because I don't know who gave this permission to be there. There we go. The foundation that I'm going to use today is the, who is this by? Oh, Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I am in the shade 128. Okay. And the way that I like to apply it is I'm going to take some on my finger and just apply it like so. And now you're going to want to pounce your face, or how they say, beat your face. And if you're wondering if my hands are clean, yes, my hands are clean. Nobody's trying to break out anytime soon, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and apply some concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade Sand 20. Now, this is going to be a very subtle look. This isn't going to be anything like extremely highlighted. I just basically put it like this. That's it. You see? And then the other side. Down the bridge of my nose. Tip of my nose. Up here for a little bit of highlight, the chin, around the nose to conceal any redness, and a little bit right there. Just blend it in very nicely and seamlessly. Make sure there's no lines. Just beat your face until everything is blended. While my concealer and foundation dries, I'm just going to fill in my brows. So I have already a pretty dark brow, so I don't really shape my brows. I just fill them in any sparse areas. I make the line of my brows a little bit sharper. I don't really need to shape my brows. I just got to fill them in. You know, and then the front part too, like little flicks going up and up so that you mimic hairs. Like that. And when you're done, you're going to want to brush it out so that it looks a little bit natural. Well, more natural. Now that that's done, I like to go back and apply a tinted brow gel. The one that I use is the Gimme Brow by Benefit. You're just going to want to brush it through your eyebrows to fill in any sparse areas that you missed. I'm going to go back with my beauty blender and I'm going to just pat the concealer one more time. And again, if you go like this, it'll stretch out your skin so that your concealer has a place to go and not just sit on top of your crease, because then that's when you actually see the crease. So you're going to want to do that on both eyes. Now I'm going to use the Stay Matte by Rimmel. Just swirl your brush. I don't like to tap the axis because that's what you're going to use to like really set it. Same thing on the other side. I'm just going to want to set the rest of my face. Just pat the brush into your face. Don't swipe. You're gonna ruin everything that you just did if you swipe. We're gonna move on to bronzing, contouring, blush, and highlight. What I like to do first is I'm gonna grab my bronzing brush. This is by BH Cosmetics. It doesn't have, well, if it did have a name, it's scratched off already. And I'm just gonna dip my brush into this color. Now this is really pigmented, so just be super careful. Now this you're gonna wanna have to tap the excess off. Just make a weird face like this so that you can see the hollows of your cheekbone, and start at the very top and work your way down. And the next part we're going to do is the blush. Now, I don't know which one I'm going to do. I'm just going to go with this one, which is a little bit more realistic and peachy like. I don't know if it's more realistic, but whatever. You're going to want to smile, apples, and bring it back. And a little bit. Now we're going to be doing the highlight. I have a whole bunch of highlighters, but I don't want to go digging for one. So we're just going to use this one in this palette. This one can be kind of powdery, but it does get the job done. And under the brows as well. Inner corner. The bridge of your nose. Tip, if that's what you like. Brows again. You know, just build up the highlight with your preference. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring on my nose. This is very optional. You don't need to do it. Now what I like to do is like press my nose down so I can see the line. Or if not, just like look down a little bit so you can see where there should be a contour in your nose. Blend out your face so I can look a little bit natural. I like to do this because sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to do a whole eye look, so I would just grab my bronzer and bronze up my eyelids, like in the crease of my eyelids. You just want to do that. And voila. I'm going to take a pencil eyeliner. This is by Marc Jacobs. It doesn't have a color or anything, but it's just in black. And you're going to want to tightline the upper part of your lash so that there's no gap in between your lashes and your eye. I should have just done it like this. Nah, see, I can't do that. And now quickly I'm going to apply mascara. I'm not going to curl my lashes. I don't have time to curl my lashes, but just apply mascara, a good amount of mascara. The one I'm going to use is by Benefit, their Real Mascara. And now some lipstick. I'm gonna do a lip liner. This is by Jordana in Sedona Red. And the lipstick I'm going to use is by Maybelline in the color Craving Coral. This is the matte collection. This is going to be like an orangey red type of lipstick. This is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick and simple tutorial. Not really a tutorial, but you know what I mean. I really do like it. I like the eyeliner with the lipstick. It's very beautiful. Ugh. I could have fixed that. Let me see if I can fix it. Better. Alright guys, thank you once again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.